I've been reading a very funny book lately. A very funny book for the book club and for my self-help. It's called Everything I Know About Love. And it has other sections crossed out like parties, dates, friends, jobs and life. Because the writer very cleverly talks about all those things as well. But the main focus is each love you will find in your life. And I'm finding it very inspiring and helpful. There's a part in the book where, as a young girl, little Dolly, I'm assuming it's diary-like, travels all the way across the country. She takes a taxi journey that's 4 hours after a night out to meet her boyfriend. However many years later that relationship ended. So it just goes to show it's better to find a local single in your area, because then you don't have to commute. And she had to pay a lot of money for that taxi and she couldn't afford it. Would he have done the same? I don't know. I haven't found a gent who would do that for me yet. And I don't know why she didn't just go home and go to sleep and call him the next morning. This is why I prefer lemonade to alcohol, because alcohol can be a very risky game. Dolly knows all about that. Now, to boost my profile, given that it's nearly the end of the year again, the second year in searching for my soulmate, I've been writing a list down of what I actually want in a man. So I've decided the dating range for age is between 27 or 29. But I would consider a very hot man of over 25. I really like men with silky hair that you can run your fingers through. And I've decided, I've been looking through a lot of profiles, and there's a bit of a trend to have a beard and a bald head. But I don't want to date anyone that's bald, because they remind me of a hard-boiled egg. And I wouldn't want to date anyone that looked like a hard-boiled egg. I wouldn't find them very sexy. And on my list, I've also wrote, I would only consider a toy boy if it was love at first sight and he loved lemonade and breakaway biscuits and diagnosis murder as much as me. I also wouldn't mind a man who was into Total Wipeout. Do you know that programme that's on the water and they go through all the obstacles? And people barely make it to the end and it's so funny. It's better than a night out at the cinema watching Total Wipeout. I've also wrote on my list, I'm looking for someone who likes going to the cinema and someone who likes walking in the park and watching television programmes like me. I would really like to date someone whose favourite colour was red, because red is a passionate colour, and if my soulmate's favourite colour is red, then he's going to be a passionate man, which is a quality I want in a relationship. I would like my soulmate to have a pet, I've wrote down that the preference, because it would be a good bonding experience, the preference would be either a mouse, because if he had a pet mouse, I could clean the house in rags and pretend I was Cinderella. And then one day he'll be my Prince Charming, he'll take me to a ball, and we'll live happily ever after. But if not a mouse, then a little dog would do, because it would be nice to have someone to come to the park with us and it would make it less awkward, because when you've got a dog there, you don't always need to make conversation. You can just waggle a stick at the dog and say, "Fetch! Isn't he a lovely waggler? Rambo!" I would like to call the dog Rambo because I really like action movies, and I think it sounds like a very cool name for a dog if we give it a little headband and lots of treats. The last point I wrote on my list, this upsets me a little bit. The last point I wrote is that I'm really looking for someone who would like to eat my sandwiches, because that's the reason me and Rupert broke up, because he didn't like my ham and cheese sandwiches, and he wasn't even a vegan. So that was disappointing. I've wrote down a preference of shoe size. I think I would like to date someone with a size 8 feet because that's my favourite number, but I'm open to dating someone with a size 13 because I'm open-minded as well. I haven't wrote anything else yet on my list of things that I'm looking for, but I'm going to update about 5 of my profiles today and get myself back on the scene, as they say.